This module shows an overview of the changes in financial statements in Dynamics X 2012. My name is Helge Arntzen. I'm a senior support engineer focusing on the finance area of Dynamics X. Lesson 1. Lesson 1 shows how to execute financial statement to Excel. The financial statement report will appear in Excel if you select Output Type Excel. Output Type Standard is not visible anymore. You need to fill in a file name on the Save To tab in the financial statement execution form. The file name is set once, and the file name is common for all financial statements. That means the file will be overwritten each time you run another financial statement. You can change to another file name anytime. The report will appear in Excel Viewer if you do not have Microsoft Office Excel installed. Excel Viewer can be downloaded for free at microsoft.com. So let's move over to X and have a look at this. Here in the execution form, you now can select output type Excel. And on the Save To tab, you must specify a file name for the Excel file. This is set once, so you do not need to fill in this each time. So it's set once and for all financial statements. As you can see, it starts the Excel application and shows the report in Excel on sheet 1. So this was the balance sheet report. Now let's try to execute another report. Now let's try the income statement. And notice on the Save To tab, it remembers the previous file name. So you do not need to fill in this each time. It remembers previous file name. And that is on all financial statements. And now we see the income statement. And notice it is the same file name as the balance report, and it appears in the same sheet on sheet 1, the first sheet in the file. Notice that it is not possible to change the amount in the report because the cells are locked, they are protected. But you can change the layout. So let's say, for example, I want to modify the layout on those cells. I want to add bold, and I want to add the line and some color. So you see, I can change the layout, but I cannot change the amounts. When I print this report to the printer, I'm allowed to change the layout, so I can select that this report should appear on one page only. And that might be a bit difficult to read, so let's try fit all columns to one page. And now you will see it appears, it will create 5 pages. And if I want to modify that more, I can go into this and select that I want 3 pages. So it's possible to change the layout. If I somehow still want to change the cell content, that is still possible by going to the Review tab and unprotect the sheet. So I click on this one, and now I am allowed to change the cell content. Lesson 2. Lesson 2 explains the cause and resolution of some errors that might occur if you have skipped some of the required steps before executing a financial statement to Excel. So let's go back to X again. And financial statement. The file name has to be filled in once. So if it is blank, if you execute the report while it is blank, you will get an error message which says file name is not specified. And the solution is to fill in the file name. So let's select, I want this to be saved in this folder, and let's give it a name, my report file. Save. So I run this, and now it will create the file and show it in Excel. What if the folder name is changed? Let's rename this to my X reports. And notice it remembers the file name, and now notice it is referring to a folder that does not exist anymore. So what will happen? Well, I get the error message. The report for Microsoft Excel could not be created. Okay, and we know the cause. It's because the folder does not exist anymore. So what we need to do is go to the Save To tabs and select a folder that exists. My X reports, and you do not need to select an existing file, so you can select a file that does not exist, but the folder must exist. So now when I run this, I will not get the error message anymore. Now you see I see the income statement report. What happens if I do not close this Excel file? Well, let's test. I leave that Excel file open, and then I execute another report. Now I want the balance report, and I run it. Notice I get an error message. The report for Microsoft Excel could not be created. And the cause is because the file is already open, so it is not able to save the file because it is already in use. So what I could do is that I close the file before running the report. Alternatively, let's say I want to compare two reports. For example, I want to compare the income statement and the balance report. So I do not want to close the file. Well, what I could do is that when I run the next report, I select another file name. Let's say my report file 2. And now I run the balance report. So now it succeeded. So now I can compare my balance sheet report with my income statement report. Let's go back to the slides. If you run financial statement to Excel on a client that does not have Excel installed, then you will get an error message, but the file will still be created. The resolution is to install Microsoft Office Excel or install Excel Viewer. Or alternatively, you could open the Excel file from another computer that has Excel. Now let's go to lesson 3. There have been made major changes to the dimension framework in Dynamics X 2012. Financial statement has been modified to reflect this new dimension framework. But this has minor changes for the user in how to set up and execute financial statements. Here is an overview of these minor changes that the user can see. So if we have a look at those minor changes in X, let's go back to X and have a look at the financial statement. Notice that main focus has been renamed to primary dimension set. And the secondary focus has been renamed to secondary dimension set. If we go down to the setup and we go into row definition, and let's look at the balance, and we click on Structure Designer. Now let's insert a new line. We click on the Create button, and on the Type drop-down box, notice you see Dimension. Before, in AX 2009, it was called Element, so now it is called Dimension. That is where you can select from Dimension or from Chart of Account. Dimension Focuses has now been renamed to Financial Dimension Set, which is found here. That is where you specify the dimensions you want to use. The combination of, for example, account and cost center and ledger account. If we go to the setup of financial statement, let's select this one, and we go to the budget column. On the Transactions tab, you will notice this new field. So now we can select Original Budget or Revised Budget. This is a new field. This completes an overview of the changes in financial statement.
Partner Technical Services is a benefit provided to members in the Microsoft Partner Network to ensure success throughout the business cycle. Partner Technical Services includes services, offerings with packaged and custom solutions that can help increase revenue, accelerate the sales cycle, win more deals, beat competitors, expand a skill set, provide more reliable deployments, and increase customer satisfaction. Partner Technical Services technical consultants have the latest product, technical sales, and delivery expertise, and are committed to partner enablement via knowledge transfer. Through delivery of effective guidance, our consultants share best practices, empowering partners to continually deliver high-quality engagements to customers. When you enroll, re-enroll, or qualify for an upgrade, you will receive partner advisory hours allocated to your organization based on membership competency level. Until you enroll or re-enroll under the new structure, your existing benefit structure will continue. Partner advisory hours provide a single currency to use in obtaining partner technical services packaged and custom solutions. Your current allocation of advisory hours can be used to take advantage of the new offerings under Partner Technical Services. You will only see a change to your advisory hour benefits when you enroll or re-enroll after October 2010. Optimize your business by gaining knowledge and increasing your capacity to successfully provide services to customers. Our offerings help your organization broaden your readiness and enhance your methodologies to further your reach in the marketplace. Accelerate the sales cycle, increase wins against the competition, and expand your business with Partner Technical Services. With service offerings from PTS, you'll be able to proficiently convey the functionalities, value propositions, and key benefits of Microsoft products and solutions. Our best practices and guidance will help grow your market share. Ensure IT services are deployed effectively and successfully with a more reliable result. Sharing our best practices, PTS empowers you to perform operative deployments with minimal risk. If you have additional questions and wish to utilize your partner advisory hours for assistance, contact AskPTS@Microsoft.com or call 1-800-MPN-SOLVE.